What's up, YouTube fam? I'm Shannon, and I am an artist, designer, librarian, foodie, and lover of all things Black. Come along with me as I travel to new places, eat new food, try new things, eat some more food, highlight Black-owned businesses, and all other matters of carrying on. Be sure to subscribe, like, and comment. Welcome to the channel. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. And welcome to the Puerto Rico vlog. No formal intro today because this vlog is already crazy long, so we're gonna dive right into it. I joined my friend Vanessa right there. Hey girl. In Puerto Rico for a celebration of her birthday. It was actually an early birthday celebration and we did it over the Veterans Day weekend. And as you see, we just landed at the airport and now we're in our Uber on the way to our Airbnb. Hello, beautiful people. We have made it to San Juan, Puerto Rico. Currently waiting to get into our Airbnb. It is a beautiful, clear, warm day. It's a little humid. It's not too bad. And here's a quick tour of our Airbnb. We stayed in a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom condo near the Condado area of San Juan. And I like that this Airbnb was in like the neighborhood. Like it wasn't a resort type area. We were right there in the middle of the neighborhood with all of the local people. So that's always cool to kind of get a chance to see, you know, what the local people are up to and be near the local stores and restaurants. So it was a pretty cool place to stay. We are out exploring the streets in search for food. We have settled into our Airbnb, got freshened up. Now we're walking around trying to see what kind of food spot we can find. Let's see if we're successful. So we started our search for food on foot. This thoroughfare that you're currently looking at is Calle Luisa. And can we just take a moment to appreciate the street art of Puerto Rico? I mean, it was just beautiful. So we actually wound up continuing our hunt for food via Uber. So right now you are seeing us on our way to a little area called Piñones in the town of Luisa. So that is what you're currently looking at, and it's a little area with all types of open air restaurants and little kiosks where you can buy things. This is actually one of the recommendations of our first Uber driver to come check out. So we got out our Uber and we started walking around Piñones, you know, checking out the scene or whatever. And I actually wound up going to this restaurant that you see ahead of you, Carmen's, where I got a chapin. I believe that's how you say it, C-H-A-P-I-N. I had never heard of it before, but it's basically a little pastry and it had chicken and some other stuff in it. I can't remember, but it was pretty good. And then for dinner, we decided to go to Mikasita Seafood, which was a recommendation from our second Uber driver who actually drove us to Piñones. It was a little bit of a wait and you just saw this view, so it wasn't a bad view to look at while waiting. But this is a look at the menu, so lots of great choices. Vanessa ordered a crab arepa for an appetizer, which was pretty tasty, and I went with the shrimp mofongo for my entree, which was delicious as well. After dinner, we took a walk alongside the water, and as you could see, the waves were coming in pretty strong. But yeah, we kind of just explored around the area of Piñones, took a few pictures, and then we headed home. And we actually made a pit stop at the local grocery store, just to pick up some drinks and snacks and stuff. You know, you don't want to always have to go out and buy food or drink from a restaurant when you just need a little refreshment. We are back in the house now, and the first thing I had to do was come rest my weary bones. I do not know why I'm so tired. It's only 7:40. It feels like it's 11:40. Getting old, y'all. Getting old. Good morning, YouTube family. It is 7 o'clock in the morning, and we are headed to the beach. There's a beach about a 10-minute walk from my Airbnb called Ocean Park Beach, so that is where we are currently headed. It's a little cloudy. They're calling for a little bit of rain, but hopefully it won't be too bad. Just a quick rain. But yeah, I will let you guys see when we get there. See, we actually did wind up getting rained on, but we did not let it rain on our parade. The rain actually subsided fairly quickly, which as you continue to watch, you'll see is quite common. So we continued our walk down the beach shore. We actually came across these people playing some type of game. It looked like a mix of volleyball and tennis. I'm not sure what it was. On the way home, we stopped at this little bustling cafe called Casita. I ordered the Cubano frito, or fried Cuban sandwich, along with a side of chicken soup. And then Vanessa had a breakfast scramble with ham and cheese and pancakes. After breakfast, we went back to our Airbnb for a quick respite, and then we headed back out to Old San Juan. San Juan. It's blazing out here. It's a clear, sunny, and hot day in San Juan. So in Old San Juan, there are so many little shops and boutiques and art galleries and souvenir stores and any jewelry stores, anything that your heart desires. So this is the very first place we stopped at, which was a bookstore. And then we headed over to this beautiful church, Iglesia de San Jose, where it just had that classic historical church architecture and the stained glass windows. So it was a very beautiful church. Vanessa was in the mood for ice cream, so we stopped at this shop called Dr. Bizarro, and it specializes in taiyaki ice cream, which is like a Japanese ice cream concept. I had never heard of it before, but yeah, I opted to get an ice cream sandwich. Vanessa got ice cream on a special fish-shaped cone. Ice cream was okay. We both agreed it was a little watery though. And we just continued exploring across Old San Juan, taking in the views. Came across this group of girls right here that they said they were going somewhere. I was being nosy and I was just like, can we follow y'all? And it was like, sure. So we wound up down at the bottom closer to the water. And we came across these little tents and kiosks of artisans and people selling food and different things like that. So it was really cool to see the local artists and, you know, the work that they do. Guys, I'm just showing you a portion of the shops that we went into. If I showed you all of them, we would be here all day. I do want to show you this shop, however. This is Seven Seas Jewelry and Fine Art, and they had some pieces in there that I just absolutely fell in love with. So it is a jewelry store combined with our art gallery, and they had some really nice works. This one right here, oh my gosh, those three girls with the head wraps. I fell in love with that painting. The artist's name is Juan Carlos Torres, and he has some other works that you are looking at right now as well, equally as beautiful. And I just really liked his approach to color and his technique of using like more spatula based strokes. It's so cool. This is also one of his pieces. We also stumbled upon this really cool bead shop where you can put the beads or stones that you want into a little basket and they'll make you a piece of jewelry right there on the spot. They also had these really cool photo wood circles that you can use for earrings. There was no recording allowed inside of the Haitian art gallery, but just know they had some beautiful woodwork in there. And here we are at La Casita Blanca for lunch. This was actually a recommendation of my friend's daughter who currently lives in Puerto Rico. She's lived there all her life. And here we are sitting outside. And y'all, this restaurant was so bomb. First off, these little catfish patties, chef's kiss. The plantain soup, out of this world. Those were on the house. They gave us that soup and those patties free of charge. Then for our drinks, I had a mojito and Vanessa had a passion fruit margarita. For my entree, I had masta paído. I'm sure I'm butchering it. It's a rice corned beef hash with a fried egg on top and an avocado on the side.
Good evening, beautiful black people. We are on our way to La Placita de Santurcé. Not quite sure how to say it, but I'll show you when we get there. We spent the majority of our night at a bar called Don Pablo's, where I ordered some chicharrones and tostones to snack on, and they were bomb. Hello there. Hello there. Oh, I was trying to hello there like Tab. But what up, people? It is Saturday, day 3 in San Juan, Puerto Rico. It's early in the morning. I guess it's maybe around 6:30 or so. And we've got a tour today. This tour we found on TripAdvisor. It's called Tour My City. We're gonna hit up lots of spots. So I'll take you guys on that. I don't know what their face was. And also, what's the name of the place? La Placita, Santurcé. Yes, I was saying Sanctuary. I was putting the C in the wrong place earlier. But La Placita Santurcé was mucho divertido. A las noches. 10 years of Spanish. You think I remember how to say last night? But yes, it was mucho divertido. So it was very fun. Though everything is outside, they're playing music. One of the spots had a band. So yeah, it's just a whole bunch. As you all saw, a whole bunch of different bars and restaurants playing music. Folks, people watching and dancing and all that jazz. So yeah, it was a lot of fun. But off to today's adventure. Y'all couldn't see me, but I said, off to today's adventure. We stopped at this restaurant right next to our Airbnb called Veve for a quick bite to eat. We wound up splitting a egg, ham, and cheese sandwich, which was quite good. And we just stood right down the street and ate it while we were waiting for our tour bus to arrive. And there goes another quick spurt of rain. And quick spurts of rain usually equal rainbows. I saw rainbows multiple times during my time in Puerto Rico, which was really cool to see. We are at the first stop of our tour, which is the Capitol building here in San Juan. Arriving at our second stop on the tour. So we are back in old San Juan to check out San Felipe Del Morro,
which is the fortress or castle once used in war. So on the walk there, we actually came across this farmer's market where they had a lot of tents set up of different vendors selling different things, a lot of healthy items out there. So that was really cool to stumble upon while we were on our way to the castle. We had about 20 minutes at this tourist stop, and it was a good little walk to El Morro, so we didn't get all the way up on it. We turned around and started walking back to the bus. And then headed out of San Juan, we actually wound up on the other side of the Capitol building. So this is how it looks from the other side. And they had some statues out there of U.S. presidents throughout the years. So here's Barack Obama. Some people in the group didn't think it looked like him. And this is a beautiful statue dedicated to the heritage of the island of Puerto Rico. This is our tour guide Gonzo explaining that the statue is made up of the Taino, the Spaniard, and the African, the three heritages that make up the culture of Puerto Rico. And then it was back on the bus. And here we are again in Piñones in the town of Loíza. We stopped and had lunch here at a place called Iguana. Had an assortment of finger foods, I guess you could say, for lunch. I had an octopus pastillo to the left, the sweet plantains filled with ground beef. There's the round thing in the middle. Me and Vanessa both had chicken on the stick. She also had a shrimp pastillo. Next stop is Cueva Maria de la Cruz, which is a historical park featuring Cueva Maria de la Cruz, or a cave. And this mural right here is of Loíza, who the town is named after.
If any person has one of those trees on your house, you cannot cut it under any circumstance.
And here's Gonzo giving us a little bit of history on the ceiba tree. The ceiba tree was a very sacred tree to the ancient Mayans.
So Cueva Maria de la Cruz, 162 feet wide, 98 feet high, 82 feet deep. That it is about a little bit about the size of Cueva Maria de la Cruz. It is like what I'm explaining, limestone formation, because here in Puerto Rico, the north side of our island, it is a limestone area. The south part of Puerto Rico, it is a volcanic area, but thanks God, we don't have volcanoes in Puerto Rico. When you get in, you're gonna feel how it feels, the temperature, that it changed. The cave, if you take a look of the wall, you see the line? Everybody see the line? Mm-hmm. That line that you see in there, that it is the line where the water really hits the cave. Other proof that this cave in a moment, it was under the water. If you want to see it, part of the damage that Maria do on the island, destroy that part of the cave. So the pressure that Maria do over Puerto Rico, it was so strong that breaks all that wall in the event of Maria, in the hurricane. Maria destroyed practically everything. We have people on the island that stay more than 1 year without power. In my case, I've been 160 days with no power. For me, it's a little bit easy because I live alone. Some days my son goes with me, put it on a place, and you forgot about the phone. No signal, no communication, you don't need the phone. So anybody calling you, where are you? Where are you? I need you to come here. No, forget about the phone. So it was good this time that we don't have communication. We just only, in my case, I just only have one chance to send a text message to my sister, my mother on the States. That it is how it looks like the green banana. Behind the green banana plant, you have the opportunity to see a pao tree, papaya, that it is an excellent fruit.
And here we are on our way to El Yunque rainforest, where we plan to walk one of the trails there next to the river. Y'all ready for some more rain? I mean, as soon as we entered El Yunque, which was our last stop, kind of like the grand finale to the tour. It started pouring down rain, and they actually issued a flash flood warning. The rain finally let up enough to allow us to at least walk the trail, but the park was very adamant that we were not, for any reason, to get in the river because of the flash flood warning.
If they want to sell their property, the U.S. government buy it and they give you just only $1. So you can imagine that the houses pass from generations to generations because they don't want to lose their property. Because you imagine that you have a house in a rainforest. Anybody has a house in a rainforest. But, and the, yeah.
What's up, y'all? We are headed to a beach club and pool. Oh, I think that's her. I think it's the rooftop. Is there one that says? Yeah, I guess so. We have to find out. Oh, the blue light. Oh wow, look up. Oh no. You gotta be kidding me. I ain't never seen you can see all that. Oh, this is nice.
Okay, y'all, welcome to Miss Rooftop Bar and Pool at the San Juan Water Beach Club Hotel. We were able to access this rooftop bar by buying day passes. They were $25 a piece, and it gave you access to the bar. I mean, you still had to buy the drinks, but the bar, restaurant, and then the swimming pool. After hanging around at the pool for a bit, I went over to check out the bar side. And let's get into these views, okay? We were there at the perfect time, right as the sun was setting. Once it got dark, we headed back to our Airbnb, freshened up, and then we headed back out to, where else? La Placita. This time we went to a place called Taberna Los Vasquez, and while we were there, we ordered a sampler platter, which was really just a whole bunch of fried food. It was French fries, fried yuca, tostones, chicharrones. And in case you're wondering how restaurants and bars work in Puerto Rico in regards to COVID, in order to be indoors at a restaurant and bar, you do have to show your vaccination card in order to get in. And we ended our night here at this spot. I don't recall the name, but they were playing music more in line with what you would hear, like, you know, hip hop radio here in the States. And we are back in Old San Juan again. This was the last morning of our trip. Vanessa wanted to check out a restaurant called Choco Bar Cortez, where they infuse all of their items with chocolate. For brunch, I had the chalupitas de mofongo. They were roasted pork chalupas with a mofongo fried into like a taco shell. And then it came with the chocolate-infused guacamole and a mole sauce. I also had it with the passion fruit juice, which was so good. I had 2 of them. After brunch, we went on our journey to El Morro. We wanted to get a little closer up than we had on the tour. And to get there, we walked through this little neighborhood called La Perla. If you're familiar with Carmelo Anthony, you might know that this is where his father is from, and that basketball court that you just saw is actually a basketball court that he built here on the island. And this was just a really cute little neighborhood. I don't know, it was so charming. I just really liked it a lot. They had beautiful artwork, murals all over the place. They had chickens roaming in the middle of the streets. It was just a really nice, like little gym off the beaten path. La Perla is very close to the water, and this what you're looking at right now is actually that there's a pool on the other side. I would have thrown in some footage from where you can actually see the pool, but there was people in there at the time, and I didn't want to be weird. Vanessa's down for the count. Just kidding, we're just taking a little break. Woo. Forgive my sweat if I'm sure I'm sweating. I don't know. I just don't know if you can see it or not. It's so sunny out here. We are currently out here at the little courtyard grass area outside of El Morro. Yes, we came back. Try to see if we get a little closer to the castle than we did when we went on the tour yesterday, because all that stuff was timed. So now we got some free time today before our flight leaves. So we're going to attempt to get closer to El Morro. So yes, we just motorcycle coming through. So yes, we just walked through Old San Juan, and we came around close to the water and walked through the Perla community, and now we're out here at El Morro. So yeah, stay tuned. It was a $10 fee per person to get into El Morro. The ticket did actually provide you access to another one of the historical forts on the other side of Old San Juan, but we didn't really have a lot of time, so we just stuck with El Morro. On the way out, we ran across some iguana friends, and then we walked across the courtyard and we stopped for some gelato, and then it was time to head to the airport and catch our flight back to the mainland. Bye bye, Puerto Rico.